The Royal Commission has blown the lid off the scale of the theft of Australians' money over decades by the big banks, wealth managers and insurers. Now it's time for compensation. But hundreds of thousands of Australians don't even know they've been ripped off, and the banks aren't in a hurry to pay up. Elise Morgan has this story.
National Australia Bank was savaged by the Commission for its treatment of customers like Bill Mott.
Redress out of NAB is epic journey is all I could describe it as.
The farmer is part of a group of aggrieved customers NAB CEO Andrew Thorburn picked to have their cases reviewed. 5 years ago, he was a married father with $22 million of property in Western Queensland. Drought and debt collided, and he lost the lot when he says the bank foreclosed prematurely.
We did a forensic analysis into our loans and our bank statements and everything, and that was how we devised what NAB had manipulated our accounts, manipulated our interest rates.
He's in Melbourne trying to reach $1 million settlement with the bank. The Commission exposed the extraordinary scale of what's been taken by financial institutions. Initially, they said $470 million was due back to customers for things like dodgy insurance and overcharging. But then the fees for no service scandal added $1 billion to that bill. And now with subsequent scandals, it's estimated $7 billion is due back to customers.
There are probably thousands of people who don't realise they're owed money by the banks and the insurance companies and the wealth management parts of the businesses.
But no one knows exactly how much has been stolen. Westpac's boss admitted his advisors took $1 billion from clients.
That was the total amount, but we don't know how much of that is at risk.
Compensation is a major risk for the banks and their shareholders, and they're not in a hurry to pay it.
Every time you get something positive, something momentum happening, they do something to derail you.
Despite evidence of delays and unwillingness to pay, the Commission has recommended little more than an industry-funded compensation scheme of last resort. It will remain a complicated and long road for victims to be repaid. Elise Morgan, ABC News.